Imagine a world where the ground beneath your feet and the canopy above your head teems with life. Welcome to the forests, the green havens of our planet. Stretching over a third of the Earth's land area, forests are not merely clusters of trees, but vast, dynamic ecosystems. These natural kingdoms are essential, cradling the diversity of life in their leafy arms. From the dense, verdant jungles near the equator to the sprawling coniferous forests of the colder north, each forest type crafts its own microcosm of life, interwoven and meticulously balanced. Here, ancient trees rise majestically toward the sky, their branches a testament to the resilience and splendor of nature. Beneath these giants, a network of plants, animals, and fungi forge symbiotic relationships that sustain the forest's breadth and beauty. Forests also serve as Earth's lungs, inhaling carbon dioxide and exhaling the oxygen we rely on. They are pivotal in regulating the climate and fostering biodiversity, making Earth habitable. These are not just collections of trees, but complex worlds thriving with life. Step into the realm where nature's artistry is on grand display. Imagine wandering through the dense, emerald canopies of a tropical rainforest. The air is thick with humidity, carrying the rich scent of earth mingled with the fragrance of flowering vines. Every step reveals a new shade of green, and the sunlight filters through the leaves in golden beams, casting a kaleidoscope of light and shadow on the forest floor. Now, transition to the temperate forests, where seasons paint the scenery in broad strokes of change. In spring, the forests are a flush of bright greens and pastels as flowers bloom and trees awaken. Come autumn, these same woods burn bright with the fiery reds, oranges, and yellows of fall foliage. The air here is crisp, filled with the rustling of leaves and the distant calls of migratory birds. Further north, the boreal forests or taigas present a starkly serene beauty. These forests are vast expanses of coniferous trees, cloaked in snow for much of the year. The silence here is profound, broken only by the crunch of snow underfoot or the occasional call of a raven overhead. The air is sharp and clean, carrying with it the piney freshness of the cold. Each type of forest not only dazzles the eyes, but also engages all the senses. The sound of a forest is unmistakable, whether it's the gentle drip of dew from leaf to leaf, the sudden rustle of a small animal in the underbrush, or the distant roar of a waterfall. Touch the rough bark, feel the soft moss, let the cool shadows envelop you. Inhale deeply in these places. The smells are a tapestry as complex as the visual splendor. From the peppery smell of eucalyptus in a rainforest to the earthy aroma of fallen leaves in a deciduous wood, each breath is a reminder of the forest's vibrant life and interconnections. Each forest paints a picture intricate and vivid, a masterpiece of nature's design. Forests do much more than beautify our world. Venturing beyond the visible grandeur of towering trees and verdant undergrowth reveals that forests are fundamental to the survival and health of our planet. These complex ecosystems play a pivotal role in the global environment, quietly performing functions that are crucial for life as we know it. One of the most vital roles of forests is their ability to produce oxygen through the process of photosynthesis. Every second, the world's forests convert vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the oxygen we breathe, essentially fueling life on Earth. It's a remarkable, ongoing exchange that sustains not just humans, but every oxygen-breathing organism on the planet. But the benefits of forests extend far beyond oxygen production. These ecosystems are also key players in carbon sequestration. As trees grow, they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, storing carbon in their wood, leaves, and soil. This natural process makes forests one of our most potent tools in combating climate change, acting as carbon sinks that mitigate the effects of greenhouse gas emissions. Moreover, forests are instrumental in regulating global temperatures and weather patterns. They influence rainfall and water cycles both locally and globally. The moisture released by forests into the atmosphere contributes to rainfall, which is essential for agriculture and drinking supplies. This regulation of water cycles helps maintain the delicate balance needed to sustain life. The biodiversity supported by forests is staggering. These ecosystems provide habitat, shelter, and food for millions of species, including many that are critical to human agriculture and medicine. Some species found within forest habitats are unique to these environments and play roles in their ecosystems that we are just beginning to understand. Forests are not merely ecosystems, they are the very lifeblood of our planet. Their continued health and existence are essential, not just for the flora and fauna that thrive within them, but for humanity itself. As we delve deeper into understanding these complex natural networks, it becomes clear that protecting forests is not just an environmental issue, but a fundamental aspect of sustaining life on Earth. But these vital sanctuaries are under siege. Every minute, the world loses an area of forest equivalent to 40 football fields. This staggering rate of deforestation is driven by agricultural expansion, logging, and the insatiable demand for commodities like palm oil and timber. In countries across the globe, from the Amazon to the rainforests of Indonesia, the once unbroken expanses of vibrant ecosystems are being reduced to fragments. Illegal logging and illicit trade worth billions further exacerbates the plight of these forested regions. This not only strips the earth of its ancient trees, but also undermines the rule of law, feeding into a cycle of corruption and violence that affects local communities. The loss of these trees is a double blow to our planet, eradicating biodiversity hotspots and releasing vast amounts of stored carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. Climate change, too, poses a formidable threat to forests. Rising temperatures, altered rainfall patterns, and increased frequency of wildfires are reshaping landscapes at an unprecedented scale. Iconic species such as the orangutan and the Siberian tiger find their habitats shrinking every day, pushing them closer to extinction. The consequences of forest loss extend far beyond environmental decay. Approximately 1.5 billion people rely on forests for their livelihoods. These communities are finding it increasingly difficult to sustain themselves as the resources they depend on vanish. Moreover, forests act as natural buffers against disasters. Their degradation leads to more severe flooding and landslides, threatening human lives and property. The loss of forests is not just an environmental issue. It's a crisis that affects every facet of life. All is not lost. Hope shines through the canopy. In the intricate dance of nature, where every leaf and every creature plays a part, the role of guardians emerges as paramount. Across the globe, a network of eco-warriors, from scientists to local communities, are rolling up their sleeves to protect and restore our forested lands. Reforestation stands out as one of the most hopeful and tangible forms of environmental stewardship. Imagine vast areas once barren, now being repopulated with native saplings, each one promising a future of greener canopies and richer biodiversity. Countries like Brazil and China have embarked on ambitious projects, planting millions of trees to rebuild their forested landscapes. These aren't just trees, they are the lungs of our planet, vital for cleaning the air and providing homes for countless species. Meanwhile, the establishment of protected areas plays a critical role in forest conservation. These are not just sections of land cordoned off for the sake of preservation, but are vital ecosystems that offer a sanctuary for wildlife and flora, shielded from the encroachments of human activity. From the sprawling national parks in the United States to the dense reserves of the Congo, each protected area serves as a bastion against the onslaught of environmental degradation. Sustainable management practices are also pivotal. They ensure that forests are not just preserved in their pristine state, but are used in a way that meets human needs without compromising their health and diversity for future generations. This includes controlled logging, community-based forestry, and agroforestry practices that integrate trees into agricultural landscapes, enhancing soil quality and biodiversity. Through these efforts, the narrative of doom and gloom often painted around our environment is being slowly but surely transformed into one of hope and regeneration. Forest guardians are not just fighting against loss. They are actively crafting a future where forests thrive alongside human progress. Through concerted effort and sustainable practices, we can turn the tide and safeguard these natural treasures. Now, the stewardship of these green havens calls to us. Every single tree, every leafy canopy, and every forest stream play a critical role in sustaining the natural world. Yet their survival hangs in the balance, dependent on the choices we make every day. Stepping into the role of a steward isn't just about grand gestures. It begins with the small, everyday decisions. Opting for products that are certified for sustainability, reducing waste, and even choosing electronic over paper where possible. Each action adds a leaf to the health of our forests. Furthermore, engaging with local conservation projects not only helps protect these vital ecosystems, but also connects us more deeply with the natural world. Whether it's planting trees or participating in community cleanups, every hand makes a difference. Supporting environmental organizations through donations or volunteer work amplifies our collective impact. These groups work tirelessly to safeguard our forests and ensure they remain resilient against the encroaching threats of deforestation and climate change. Join in the global effort to protect and preserve our forests. Together, we can ensure these ecosystems thrive for generations to come.